Golden State Warriors News Today channel. Take the opportunity to leave that like and subscribe to the channel. Let's go to today's news.
What if I told you that the Golden State Warriors are not just writing a new chapter, but desperately trying to avoid the end of their story as we know it? The victory over the Memphis Grizzlies was more than just a step forward in the play-in. It was a sign, a cry of resistance from a franchise that refuses to accept the end, especially now with Jimmy Butler alongside Stephen Curry. Butler with 38 points and Curry with 27, 10 of those in the final minutes, showed the world that the chemistry between them doesn't need time, just purpose. As Udonis Haslem said, they look like they've played together their whole lives. Alongside Draymond Green, they form a trio that revives the intensity of the glory days. But will it be enough? The Houston Rockets await in the first round. A young, explosive team, but inexperienced. On the other side, the Warriors arrive as underdogs, and that makes them more dangerous than ever. They have history. They have hunger. And now they have Butler. But it's not all sunshine and roses. The game against the Grizzlies revealed more than talent. It exposed controversies. The NBA itself admitted that the referees made at least 3 crucial mistakes against the Warriors in the final minutes. Poorly called fouls on Draymond Green, Brandon Podziemski, and even a possession that should have gone to the Grizzlies after a touch by Curry. The game nearly turned into a nightmare. Fans exploded on social media, calling the refereeing the worst of the year, and rightfully so. In the midst of this emotional reconstruction, one absence weighs more than ever: Klay Thompson, the eternal Splash Brother, the silent warrior, and now a former Warrior. His departure was not just a goodbye. It was a message. After 13 seasons, 4 titles, and countless memories, Klay left the franchise for 3 reasons that hurt any fan: cold and low-priority negotiations, reduction of role and minutes on the court, and a final offer that felt more like disrespect. While Curry and Green were treated as pillars, Klay was sidelined, bent, his minutes reduced, his defense questioned, and finally offered a contract that basically said what no one had the courage to speak: "You're no longer part of our future." Proud as ever, Klay chose Dallas. 3 years, $50 million. A new chance. Now, alongside Kyrie Irving and Anthony Davis, he still dreams of one more title, not as a sidekick, but as a central piece. And for us Warriors fans, the reflection remains: are we witnessing the birth of a new era or the last sparks of an empire? If you enjoyed this analysis and want to keep up with everything about the Warriors' future, subscribe to the Warriors News Fan Update channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single update. But if there's one thing this franchise's history has taught us, it's that underestimating the Warriors can be the biggest mistake an opponent makes. Jimmy Butler isn't just a reinforcement, he's a symbol, a relentless competitor, molded by pain and forged in clutch battles. And when you pair him with a living legend like Stephen Curry, something special happens. It's not just talent. It's soul. It's heart. It's the final flame of a group that refuses to be forgotten. The matchup against the Rockets will be more than just a playoff series. It'll be a clash of eras. On one side, a young team hungry to prove its worth. On the other, veterans who carry the scars of past wars and who have yet to lay down their swords. Meanwhile, in the stands and on social media, the fans remain torn. The joy from the recent win, the anger at the refereeing mistakes, the longing for Klay, and the silent hope that maybe, just maybe, this group still has one more epic story to tell. But that hope needs to be fueled by the right decisions, by fairness on the court, and above all, by respect for those who built all of this. Because if a team called the Golden State Warriors exists today, it's because names like Klay Thompson shed blood for it. Klay's absence is felt, not just because of his deadly shooting, but because of his energy, his loyalty, the way he embodied the Warriors' spirit. The locker room has changed. The atmosphere, too. And even though Butler is filling a new space, the void left by Thompson still echoes. Maybe this is the final chapter of the Curry era. Maybe it's the beginning of a new cycle, with Butler leading alongside the chef. Or maybe it's all intertwined in one of those rare moments when the past and future collide and create legends. Warriors News Fan Update will keep following every step of this journey. Because here, we don't just talk basketball, we live the history as it's being written. And if you, like us, feel every win like a relief and every loss like a wound, then this is your place. As a Warriors fan, witnessing this moment is like riding a roller coaster of emotions. On one side, the insane excitement of having someone like Jimmy Butler wearing the blue and gold. He brings that mentality we love so much. Fire in the eyes, soul to competitor, the kind of player who refuses to lose and plays every possession like it's the last of his career. But at the same time, it hurts. It hurts to see Klay Thompson away from the Chase Center. Klay wasn't just part of our team, he was part of our identity. The guy who scored 60 points on 11 dribbles, who silenced arenas with a three in crunch time, who came back from near-impossible injuries just to keep fighting alongside his brothers. Seeing him leave through the back door, after all he did, is a wound that won't heal easily. And then comes the conflict every fan feels. How do we move forward without forgetting who brought us here? The win against the Grizzlies was hard-fought, heroic, but tainted by grotesque referee errors. And even so, we won. That shows that the Warriors' spirit is still alive. It's no longer the perfect team of 2015 to 2019, but it's still a team with soul, with fire, with Curry shining, and now with Butler elevating a level. I just hope the front office knows what they're doing, that they respect the legacy, but also know how to build the future. Because the fans deserve a competitive team, but they also deserve respect for the legends who helped build this dynasty. If this is the last chapter of the Curry era, let it be with dignity. And if it's the beginning of a new story with Butler leading alongside him, let it be with courage, intensity, and the passion that made us fall in love with his team in the first place. And as a fan, I say this with all sincerity. What gives me the most hope is seeing that even with so many ups and downs, Stephen Curry is still there, still leading us into battle night after night. And now he has by his side a partner who also carries scars and knows what it means to fight against all odds, Jimmy Butler. This duo has something special. The way they connected in such a short time, as if they had shared the court for years, is surreal. And seeing Draymond there, completing this trio with his intensity and intelligence, feels like revisiting the spirit of that dynasty. Just in a new way. A little more mature. A little more bruised. But still deadly. But as much as we're living this new chapter, it's impossible not to feel Klay's absence in every three-pointer that doesn't fall, in every fast break that lacks that silent genius touch. Klay was the balance between Curry and Draymond. He was the silence that screamed. And losing him wasn't just losing a player. It was losing part of our identity. And maybe that's what hurts the most, knowing that time passes for everyone. That yesterday's heroes won't always be here tomorrow. But that's also what makes our love for this team so strong. We live every moment as if it were the last, because we know nothing lasts forever. If this team is going to fall, let it fall fighting. But if it still has the strength to surprise the world one more time, then I'll be here, as I always have been, cheering until the last second, believing until the final shot. Warriors News Fan Update will be with you every step of the way. Because here, we don't just cheer for victories. We cheer for history. If you felt all of this the way I did, leave your like, share it with other Warriors fans, and subscribe to the channel to keep following this new chapter of our journey. The season is just beginning, and something tells me we still have a lot to live through together. Let's go, Warriors. Always.